Fuck yeah. Been working hard for that one. Wonder if I could do like these. I can do like that. Fuck yeah. No, wait. I can't use that. I'm not live. We need to click the dot. Like boy on top in the morning. You're the first one in, dude. Heck yeah. Also, what the fuck is up with my mic? What? Wait, no, hold up. I'm sorry, what? Why is my mic acting like that? I hope that sounded like absolute shit to you, Black Boy. God damn. But that means... Wait. Are you the same over there then? Hi. God damn, that's gotta be so fucking loud for most people. But yeah, no, it looks nice. Harley Quinn, top of the morning, how you doing? Well done. Cool. Lovely. I needed to check in on sound. Cool. Hi, Harley Quinn. How you doing? Can I ask yes and no? Do it quickly before anyone notices, Harley Quinn. Do it quickly. Well, hello there. Will I pass? No. Sorry about that, Harley Quinn. Kaiwai, we're talking a lot.
134 asks what's happening here.
Holy shit.
And Rising. Phoenix 7 asks, do you know anything about initiations and rituals involving snakes? And Kiwi 734
It actually reads it out loud.
Sir.
That is hilarious. I wish that it did that. Like I put that on 5 lives ago because I wanted to game a little bit. God damn. But yes, I do know a lot about initiations. And which cult are you specifically thinking about when you think snakes? Is my next question. Are you reading tarot? Well, no. Well, yes, I do read tarot. Would my mom get well because she is very sick since 1st of January till now? And Jasper DS, pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading from there. I offer both private readings as well as live readings. What is happening? Yeah, that was a bit of fun out loud reading from my other chat. Brusha, top of the morning, it's been a minute. Marie, good morning. Oh, that sounds great. Doesn't it, Marie? If that's how I sound, yay. Michelle from Ireland, is he seeing? And good morning, Marie. Good morning, Beth. How we doing? Oh, Bruce, do not worry about that. Jeez. Life, am I right? Have you completed the spell for me, my brother? What do you think I'm doing, Black Boy? What do you think I'm doing? Tell me my faith! Exclamation point, exclamation point. How many exclamation points do you have in there, Kaiwai? You might want to get yourself a reading if you're that desperate. The mic does sound weird. Yeah, it was peak. On OBS, I saw that it looked like ass for everyone watching YouTube and Twitch and stuff. What's the aim for witches? Depends entirely. What's the aim for you having a job? What's the aim of you going to the gym? What's the aim of you doing arts? That's a vague question, my guy. How do I get a reading? Go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading. I offer both private and live readings. If you're interested. Live if you want it instantly. You're saying. Thanks for putting a smile on my face. You're welcome. How you doing, love? I'm doing absolutely fine. Magical. Bit tired. I suddenly looked up and all of a sudden the clock was 6 and I'm like, shit, I'm half an hour late. That was quite annoying. Jose, I can't say that I do. Hello from Ireland. Well, hi from Sweden. What's the basic of what witches do? So, if we need to truly get this to the core of it all. One, witches can be doing just about 6 things, okay? 1, it can be religious. It doesn't need to be. It does really not need to be. You can be an atheist witch if you want to. You don't need to be religious. Secondly, it can be political. It is inherently political today because of, I mean, you know, the witch burnings and stuff like that from 1489 to late into the 1700s, even active today. But it doesn't need to be politically active for you. Like, you don't have to be in a movement just to be a witch kind of thing, you know? What it is, though, is a craft. make your teas, talk to spirits, blah, blah, blah. Everyone does different things. Some only talk to spirits. Some only make teas. Some only make love spells. Others only work on intuition, Everyone does it differently. After that, you can be an singular witch. And now I'm talking a little bit more about the religious kind of task on it all. Not necessarily religious, but you get it. Anyway, you can be a singular witch. You work with one piece. Most Wiccans, Christians, Muslims do this because most of the time their religions won't even allow other religions to be worked with. But, you can use others as well as an example, but you only do one thing. After that, you can be eclectic, which means that you take bits and pieces into your little bucket and say, this is my bucket and I kind of like that. I like that spell over there. I like that god over there. I like this other spell from that other thing over there. And now you have your own little individualistic kind of practice kind of thing, But I work with a Kemetic god. I work with a Hellenic god. I work with the Celtic and Norse, so on and so forth. And then you can have chaos witchcraft, whereas you shuck things in a fucking bucket, and then you shuck that fucking bucket in a general direction and hope for the best. So yeah, witchcraft can be whatever you want it to be. It's highly individual. I hope that helped understand witchcraft just a little bit. What are your experiences that made it real for you? Well, it was real for me ever since I got born. I've been doing this for 30 years now. So, yeah, I've been doing it for a while. I don't really know when it turned real at that moment because I started doing this before my own consciousness. So, yeah, Brusha, you have an amazing day. Glory day, skirt top in the morning. Have you experienced anything supernatural? Yes, this is my full-time job. And Linda, that is a great question. So do pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading. Oh my god, the mic. What is wrong with the mic? What do you mean? Does this sound better? Nope, wait. Does this sound better? The pitch is too low. I don't know what happened with my mic. Like, I have never needed to change my settings. And I saw on OBS that it peaked as well. Super fucking strange, man. Super strange. You sound like you now. Okay, well, that's good. Super strange. Support staff? That's just wrong, though. Have you worked at Google? Do you follow the Church of Satan? No, the Church of Satan is a hypo-religious critical movement. They are super atheist, and I am not a super atheist. I'm not a radical atheist. Three of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, of Wands. Reversed was my pull for my trip. That sounds okay. Will S ever fully give up on me due to my mental/emotional health? That does sound like an important question. So please do pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a mental reading, live reading. Yeah, Karen, that does sound like a travel for sure. Being nosy. That sounds nice. Saturday night trigger activates. Will it make the target more receptive and vulnerable to the lust spell for on Thursday, or will the target feel the sudden shift from both energies? It should be something closer to both energies. I mean, chaos. What do you see? I mean, chaos? The Greek god? Maybe you should... La, what you writing? Tasha, wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? That's absolutely fine, Tasha. So anyway, how y'all doing? Ask anything about witchcraft while I'm doing a little bit of spell work here. Virgil, you'll never be the same. Never. Make someone get that as a commission, Virgil. Need the card flower? Do you mean card flower? What? I love the card flower. Very confusing. They look like... Oh, this. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Virgil, absolutely. What cards are out right now? Everything to activate my spell. It's the best part about having the Oracle of Talismans, because it does have sigil work on it as well. Jenny? Yes, indeed. Wouldn't you like to know? Michelle, does Raphael think about coming? Is the spell to get infinite chocolate chip cookies? It's definitely not that. I can tell you that much. Everything is stable. Why, yes, there we go. Now we just gotta let that candle burn down, Black Buoyant. You don't look like any witch I've seen. How many witches have you seen? Melissa, what up? Mystical top in the morning. Back. Tasha, welcome back. So, us watching it happening doesn't change the outcome / energy? No, if anything does help the energy. Is that a spell or something? Yes, it is. Wow. Didn't know a witch had to have a certain look. Yeah, you know, the whole pointy hats and stuff, you know, that kind of thing. Black Point, you're welcome. What is it for then? This? A bit of a word trigger kind of spell thingy, Majig. The hat, for fuck's sake. Naturally, the hat. Why did you add Matzi on that one, Prime? What the fuck? Ladybug Oracle? That's a weird way to put in a chat. They're beautiful. Thank you, Jenna. Locally grown. TikTok, just so you know, the person that wrote that is on YouTube. No, Matzi, I don't know why people are atting you on this one. It's weird. Sometimes I don't know what to say. Ladybug, hi usually works. Matzi, you're so fine. You're so fine. Don't worry. Heck yeah, Black Boy. Heck yeah. Hi. You see, there you go, Ladybug. Hi. Hi, how you doing, beautiful? How you doing? And alongside that note, if anyone here has questions about witchcraft and spell work and so on and so forth, ask anything. And user 57, yes, a man can be a witch. It's like asking, can an accountant be a man? Tummy ache right now, Ladybug? I can get you. Dealing with a dream attacks or something waking me up. It's mildly annoying. We can fix that with some spell work and some work on yourself as well. What's the spread in front of you? The spread in front of me is a spell. Don't know if I believe in all this, but I really want to, bro. And no, the thing is, you don't necessarily need to believe in all of it. There are atheist witches out there. Like, it doesn't need to be religious. It doesn't need to be a belief. It doesn't need it to be anything, you know? It's like Christians don't believe in Muslims and stuff like that. Of course, you know, so on and so forth. You don't have to believe in witchcraft. There's 600,000 different kind of practices out there. Some of them don't even have a belief. Some even don't have intention as work. And for most witches, if you Google, if you're here on TikTok, so on and so forth, most of them will say intention is your number one thing. No, intention is not your number one thing. It depends entirely on your practice, so on and so forth, you know? Hope you had a beautiful week thus far, Mama Squirrel. I have had a beautiful week. Thank you very much. And what the heck is going on here? Spell work, Dylan. Spell work. How do you become a witch? By calling yourself a witch, honestly. It's that simple. After that, you just decide if you do want or if you don't want to do the craft as well. You know? As simple as that, to be honest. Looks intriguing. It's a word trigger kind of spell. What kind of voodoo is this? Well, voodoo, Zane, is not spelled like that. It's spelled V-O-D-O-U or V-O-D-U-N and not V-O-O-D-O-O. The voodoo you're talking about is from Hollywood. You know, the one that you see in movies that are usually portraying anything as bad because it's not Christian. This, though, is not voodoo. If anything, this is Wiccan. If you don't really believe in the intention, will it still work if casted by another? So, Mountain, will the TV work even though your intention is not to watch a specific TV show? Will the TV still turn on? Son of Baphomet, top in the morning. How you doing, beautiful? Have to leave for a while. Got a shower. Love y'all. Bye, Prime. Have a great day. Yoo-hoo. The witchcraft usually works. It does usually work, yeah. Oh, Dylan, that's just how I imagine Marie in general. Marie should just change their profile picture to like a bloody chainsaw now. Crystal Roberts, top in the morning. Damn, Snoopy. This is not a conspiracy theory live. This is witchcraft. Witches don't exist. Weird thing to say about my full-time job, my guy. Accountants don't exist. Marketing doesn't exist. No, Murray, that's not an opinion. It's just a faulty fact. Like, that fact is wrong. It's not an opinion that my job exists. This is my job. Do you know about tantric? Yes, tantric what? Tantric is like the first word of a descriptive thing. So are we talking about tantric spellwork? Do voodoo on me on a doll? No, voodoo doesn't have dolls. What you want is European puppets, or specifically the English Isles puppet work, or maybe Kalam. But yeah, Prana, if you do want work like that, pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself some spellwork from there. Let's continue with opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Yep. What's going to happen with something or anything with me on Ron? That is a great question. Pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading for that one. Like, for example, Mark buys a money spell, but Mark has poor money mindset. The spell will still work? Well, yeah, you have to work with what you have. He doesn't have a great money mindset, sure, but what if he has a hobby? Now let's focus on that and maybe gain money from that hobby. What if he does arts, you know? So gain money from arts by selling that. Or suddenly make someone pop into his life and like, you know what, I could actually buy your piece of art. And they're like, what the fuck? Yeah, sure. You know? Was the bruises that come out of nowhere a few days ago? Was witchcraft? Not impossible. Who knows? She woke up this morning telling me exactly what I was planning to surprise her with next week. God damn, Black One. Want to learn witchcraft too? As I want to seduce my crush. You can. I do offer up private lessons if you want to, Prana. So pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a private lesson. Michelle Seaman, good evening. How you doing? If you want to seduce your crush, make lemonade. We newfound love for lemonade, huh, Virgil? I mean, lemonade is a good core for any potion work, though. Ugh. Michelle, I'm absolutely magical. Thank you for asking. But thank you for the gold poplars as well. Aaron, top of the morning. How are you doing, beautiful? You drinking lemon water? I'm drinking coffee. Forgot you were on tonight. I'm on every night, Aaron. Monday to Friday, 5:30 to 10 a.m. Swedish time. Dylan, I love lemonade. If I weren't allergic. But, you know, details. And Zolapo, hi. How you doing? Are you in Sweden? As far as I know. Yeah. I don't think it changed name or anything. Last time I checked. I don't know. I keep bad tabs on Swedish politics, though. Aaron, that is fair. That is fair. Greetings, Sister Lapo. How you doing? How are you faring, my good sir? In Kiki Birdie Farm, if you want a reading, go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading from there, okay? Details. Your whole life is allergic to details. Virgil, no, honestly, you should have seen. When I did my allergy tests at the doctors, you know, like you get mail home and like on a piece of paper to get like, oh yeah, we need to do further testings and stuff like that. But I got that 5 times. You know, 5 times I got a mail. I opened the letters, I pulled it out. You're allergic to this, that, and this, and more. You need to seek more counseling. At the end of all of those letters. Just fucking continue. It's also really weird to see that I'm the most and deadly allergic to polar bears. That really explains one of my allergy attacks at the zoo here in Sweden when I was young. And Kayla, good morning, beautiful. Can I get confirmation? I have no curse jinxes on me. What? Yeah, no, it's... I'm aerial allergic to polar bears. So yeah, and on top of that, I'm a vegan, so I'm not really setting my foot on... what's it called? In a zoo anyway, because I care about animal rights and stuff. But yeah, and Dylan is working on it with the 301s, which is quite nice. Fuck yeah. Yeah, Dylan, I'm fine. I don't need Antarctica. And Zolapo, did you see what Mystical Angels wrote to you there? Could you also post a link, Mystical, you think? Did I hear that right? Most likely. I'm allergic. So, people, if you want the specific thing that I'm allergic to, I'm just allergic to some specific molecules, a little bit more specific. So, if you know about how a molecule is built up, neutron, proton, and electron, right? When we eat, our stomach acids naturally change and transmute and transform the molecules of the food, you know, so that you get calories and you burn the wheat and so on and so forth. All of this kind of stuff. It changes the molecule with electrons, protons, and neutrons, changing it up and burning it into calories for your body to exchange for energy, a calorie. When that change happens is when electrons gets removed from a molecule. When a electron gets removed from a molecule, that's when I get an allergic reaction. Yeah, I'm allergic to molecules. I'm not built to survive, people. Yet I'm here, but that's out of spite. Ooh, 7 of Swords reversed. We're unveiling something here, Virgil. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. People ask anything about witchcraft. Anything whatsoever. What is your favorite spread for personal readings? I don't do personal readings. It gets boring eventually. I don't like the future. If a fire comes, I'm just gonna have to put it out at that point. Also, we're gonna do the 3-sip blessing in just about 10 minutes. Do grab a drink, people. I did also finally read a new chat in Discord. If you know, you know. Heck yeah, Aaron. Heck yeah. So if you do have any questions, look into that. Or ask those questions there. No, Virgil? What the fuck? Where did you get that from? It's too chilled this morning. I like it chilled. My husband be in Canada soon. Will he contact me again? And for anyone who wants a reading, go into my profile right there and click the thing in my bio. You can find all the readings I do there. Love, could I have a reading on what I should focus my energy on for the rest of the week? My For You page, it says before casting an obsessive love spell on an avoidant, healing has to be casted. Your insight, please. Yeah, they didn't really specify what type of practice they did, right? Because Google witches rarely do, and they're too proud of their answers. to state the practice that they do because they don't know. Change. A new chapter. The end of a chapter with the death card, Beth. Yeah, Mountain. Bullshit until further notice, Mountain. Bullshit until further notice, because I literally cannot state anything further because I don't know what practice they are coming from. You need to specify what practice they were talking about. In occult history and lore, what is the legend behind the threefold law or the concept of karmic return? Did it originate in ancient witchcraft, or was it introduced in modern traditions like Wicca? Yes. So the threefold law is Wiccan. That is 1950s. Although the Wicca or Wicca is an Anglo-Saxon word meaning witchcraft, so it is older in sense, but the law of the threefold law is Wiccan from the 1950s, got popularized in the 1970s. The karmic return, though, is quite a unique thing. That is ancient as fuck because it's Vedic, and Vedic is not even practiced today. It's Hindu. It's from India. Karmic, anything, to be honest, just add the word karmic to most of those things, is popularized mainly thanks to Google and social media, people thinking that everything they do is karmic. Thank you, Internet, for that one. Fair enough. I can respect that viewpoint on personal readings. Yeah. How you doing this morning, Charlotte? Absolutely magical. How are you doing, beautiful? I don't really know. They just come up on my feed more of young women witches. Yeah, Mountain, do you see the problem there? Like, if they don't know the practice, why should I care? Because they don't know their own practice most of the time. You know? Nah. What kind of witchcraft are you into? I'm into earth magic. I am a polymathical omnist. I am into fucking everything. Everything. Globalization is interesting, but we don't have to believe everything. Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah. Kind of better at Google and social media for that one. Why in a box? That is a great question. Is my dick in a box? Anyway, what is the legend of the flying ointment used by historical witches? And what does modern research say about the actual herbs and ingredients that were in it? The flying ointment is a novelty thing that kind of became a snake oil thing for most people who believed in witchcraft, and witches who knew gullible people could come in and buy anything from the 1500s and a little bit earlier than that. They needed to anoint their brooms to fly. So yeah, that's literally just witches saying, you're a fucking idiot, but yeah, please pay me or else. Like that's just one of those added things to make sense of witchcraft for very gullible people very early on. Not in ancient witchcraft, but New Age witchcraft starting around 1500s. What are these cards and candles? This is a spell, beautiful. I haven't seen you in a while, Savannah. I'm here every single morning, 5:30 to 10 a.m. right here, right now, every weekday, Monday to Friday. Linda. That is a lot of Lindas. Hey, I'm new here. So happy to be here. Thank you for sharing your spiritual abilities. It's such a beautiful gift. Thank you very much. What is the legend behind the Grand Grimoire known as the Red Dragon, and why did historical sorcerers believe certain texts required a literal pact or specific mental protection just to safely open? So it's a very Chinese story. So it's kind of a giveaway. Grand Grimoire and the word sorcerer, and the Red Dragon. From sorcerer, it is a Chinese foundational work of sorcery. Sorcery is innate. It's something that you're born with. So, for example, if you have a talent, if you talk to spirits, and you've just done that all day, all life kind of thing, it comes natural to you. It's not something that you learned. Sorcery is just that. It's innate. You're born with this kind of talent. But that kind of talent usually goes very unhoned, if I say like that. It's not practiced well. You don't specify and you don't work hard enough to become great at it. So it become anything. Eventually you can invite demons to start talk to demons, as an example kind of thing. And you don't want bad demons, and definitely not Chinese demons for your work. So eventually sorcery kind of became in the Chinese thing. I need to practice. I need to hone my skill. So after a while, with that honing comes information, and information is sharing. And after a while, it became writing down, becoming grimoires, and eventually the Red Dragon, which is absolute bullshit, because eventually they went a little bit too deep. They went, if you know about Kafka, they went so deep, it's just fucking bullshit. Like that type of deep. Like when you're just trying to sound deep by throwing unnecessary and long words together, kind of bullshit. It doesn't make any sense. And the people who say, I understand Kafka, no you don't. No you don't. It's absolute fucking bullshit. That's kind of what happened with the Red Dragon. It's not even a text, you know. It's just yeah. In Swedish it's called flosklar. You know, it's almost like saying in a political party. Let's say I'm Swedish, I live in Sweden, and my political people here say, for Sweden's greater good. Of course. I mean, I wouldn't like my politicians to say for Sweden's worst. What do you mean for a worst? I don't want you to do the worst thing to Sweden. What the fuck? Like, you know, it's like one of those things like, okay, but that's a given. Also, that's not deep, and that's not telling me shit, you know? Everyone get your coffee, tea, water, whatever drink you like. We are doing the 3-sip blessing in just about 2 minutes, people. I hope people are liking my rants about all these things. And Black Point, these questions are fucking golden. I love it. What is the legend of the cunning folk of 16th and 17th century, and how did they manage to open and practice magic and help their communities without being targeted during the witch trials? Usually, the cunning folk are not. They are more tribal alongside nomadic. The cunning folk, which makes the Wheel of Time series a little bit less unique, although still very unique, because this is like the one thing that they stole. The cunning folk is literally medicine men, and the people who knows how to build society kind of thing. The people who knows not necessarily how to lead, but how to support. It's, if you played any kind of video game, it's the healers, it's the tanks, it's the people who support, not the ones who go face first and just, you know, die in the game. Do you worship Satan? Which Satan? Cathy Morse. There are 3 different kind of Satans, technically 4, so you need to specify which type of Satan there, Katie Morse. And if it's Astaroth or Beelzebub or Lucifer, or if it's Satan from the hypocritical movement. It do bit time, people. So, tell me if you're ready. Do you have a drink at hand? Coffee, tea, soda, whiskey, wine. Mystical is ready. Black Point is ready. Beth did a thing. Aaron is the only person ready on TikTok. No one else is ready on TikTok. Not a single soul. Shyla is ready. Thank you. Thank you. Of course, Aaron. Thank you. Thank you. At least someone is here for the 3-sip blessing. Bunny Lane is ready. Thank you, Bunny Lane. I mean, there's like only 19 people in on TikTok. It's actually kind of wild. So I was doing a thing. You did a thing, Beth. Indeed. Indeed. Very chill today. Okay, I'm ready on TikTok. Mystical, thank you for writing that on Twitch. God dang it. Also, what the fuck is this song? Well, I feel like 5 people being ready out of 19 is good enough. So if you're new here for the 3-sip blessing, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And yes, keep your eyes closed and allow yourself to feel for the next few minutes. So, let's take the first sip. And with that sip, just know that there is shit that blocks you, shit that doesn't serve you, and the stuff that doesn't help. Sometimes these things can be emotions. Like anxiety, grief, anger, sadness. For me personally, it's about money. The bar has been low lately. It's been difficult with food. Alongside working long hours, trying to support my wife. So if you are like me, and you're feeling feelings like these, observe them. Know that they exist. And tell them, thank you for being there and thank you for telling me, but you're not helping right now. So I will focus on the things that will. After that, you can put these feelings to the side, push them away, destroy them, shoo them away. You decide, really. Just don't neglect that your feelings exist. They're important. Feelings are meant to be there for you, to tell you stuff, ground you, plan for the future and stuff. They are literally meant to serve you. Right now, they're just a little bit out of control. Besides feelings, these things can be objects and events, like smoking, for example, or going to an event that you didn't like to go to. And just like the emotions, observe them. Know that they exist. And tell them, thank you for being there, but you're not helping right now. So I will focus on the things that will. And lastly, these things can be people. And I would like you to imagine all the people that you know. And yes, that includes you. And I would like for you to see in your life if there's a person that you would like to celebrate with. A person that you wouldn't like to share your success with. A person that tries to hinder you from getting success. Or a person who's trying to break and destroy the success you already have. And if you know a person like that in your life, ask yourself, why the fuck is this a person in my life? How did I let this happen to myself? You may have noticed that there are a lot of things that blocks you. And sometimes that may very well be you and yourself. But what I hope that you noted as well is that most solutions to these problems are you. Sometimes we just need to get a little bit creative on it. Sometimes we need to take things into our own hands and we need to start caring about ourselves the same way we care about others. Consider yourself that friend that needs the same support that you already give to other friends. Start working for yourself and start serving yourself. And start literally working on your goals. And take a deep breath. And let your shoulders go. And let's take the second sip. And with that sip, just know that the world will always change. The world will always move. It's like observing the world from an open window. You can see people go by, cars go by, the wind blow and the leaves catch on. Just like you are living your life right now, someone else is living theirs. Just like they are outside your window, you are outside of theirs. You're already a part of this flow, this change. That you can't help, but what you can do is take control of it or start giving it directives. Tell it where to go and tell it what you have in front of you to see what outcome you may get. Time moves on anyway, and you can decide what to do with it. You can't, on the other hand, choose to save 5 minutes for later and put it in your pocket and say, I'll use this for later. What you can do is take control of the time that you have and say, I'm going to do this right here and right now. Practice takes time. Okay, cool. So practice. If you want to become better at something, start practicing. Start honing your skill, because that is what you do with your time. You literally have a choice. And take a deep breath. And let your shoulders go. And let's take the third and last sip. And with that sip, bless yourself, bless your day, and bless the fucking cup. Skål. And let's see, Reba. If you do want any type of spell work or anything like that, yes, indeed, you can get me. I'm not freelancing. This is my full-time job. The major one, if you want anything like that, send me a DM on TikTok. Glad I made it. SBM, yes, in the fucking nick of time. Alright, I will be off now. Aaron, you have an amazing day and have the day that you deserve. I did a whole video on you talking about this. I always go into meditative state during these. Shala, I have several videos on that. If you want to find the one that I did recently, go in on TikTok and find me sitting in a green chair in front of a Christmas tree. So you scroll down just a little bit and you'll find it, trust me. Didn't notice the mug? God dang it, Rodman. I'll read messages in the morning, thanks. Great. Monica, top of the morning, how are you doing? Stomach hurts from too much sugar tonight. God dang it, SBM. Can I get a key special now? My curse is broken. No, it's working on it, Dylan. It's working on it. It's not broken yet. It's being worked on. In the history of the craft, what is the difference between witchcraft legend and witchcraft lore? And how do practitioners use lore turn ancient legends into real working magic? Well, that's kind of the thing of, you know, say I seek refuge from the accursed Satan. Sora, we can absolutely help you with that if you need to. Do I have a time frame? Not yet. Rabbit was majorly drawn to all the cards on the table. It's a bit of a spell work of a word activation spell. But yeah, legend and lore are kind of the two words where you just need to look a little bit deeper into it. It's like talking into any kind of small community when there's a hunter, you know. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful, I seek refuge from accursed Satan. In Surah 100, we can absolutely help you with that if you need help. It does seem like you really want help from a witch, seeing that you're interacting with a witch. But yeah, legend and lore are two vastly different things, to be honest. Legend is when something is it real though? Lore is, that could definitely be real. It's like today we usually joke about one of those things where, you know, your uncle probably has the wildest fucking stories about his past life kind of thing. Like, that's uncle lore right there. And yeah, that could absolutely be real and facts. Legends, on the other hand, could be, back in the good old days, it's usually like a hunter saw a rabbit with wings. Like, that's a legend. He became famous. He became a legend for he also hunted down that rabbit with wings. He did taxidermy professionally, but no one knew that kind of thing, you know? So he became legend. So it really... How do practitioners use lore to turn ancient legends into real working magic? And at that point, you need to start connecting the dots. Like, does the legends and the lore connect? Can there be some kind of truth behind it? Can it be observational well enough and not just a legend, but have more people talked about it? Have you seen it? Have you experienced that part of the legend, so on and so forth? Can you read my energy to see if somebody did voodoo on me? Weird question. I never believed in it before, but I think something's weird going on. And she was talking about voodoo before we had fight. And K, voodoo is not spelled like that, but we can absolutely check. Do we have any type of voodoo? V-O-D-O-U, African diaspora religion, or Haitian. Really depends on where you come from there, but you get it. And no, you should be fine, K. It's a closed practice. Unless they, unless they are a voodoo zone, but I don't think they are. I'm just gonna make that kind of distinction straight away there. But yeah, details. How much do you charge to get my X back? I wonder. 179. So yeah, Jessica, pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio. If you scroll up in the chat just a little bit, you can see that Mystical Angels sent a link to the shop. You can click there and you can find the love and obsession spell stuff. If someone put voodoo, it's something good. That's how voodoo works. Yes. Like, it's, yeah. Empowering, magical, beautiful fucking things. Thank you, Wildmoon, to state that. So tired that Hollywood fucked this up. Phew, lol, thanks. Kay, you're so welcome. Thank you, Mystical, again. Sanskriti, you've been in here for like months now. You should know where to get a reading. How did you ever see the TikTok about how I feel after spellwork? I have not till now. Best thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you. I absolutely forgot about that. Beth's thing. For sure. For sure. Now, Beth, you gotta send me the deets on that. What do you want it to do and against what? Do you know how to check if someone put a curse on you or family? Yes, indeed, Kayla. This is my full-time job, after all. It's a specialty of mine. I love breaking curses. Like, if you want someone gone, you get them to find what they need far from you. Genius workaround, Wildman. Genius workaround. I love that. He didn't want to do math. No, Beth, math. There was no math to be had. The bar was 0. I just added your number to it. There was no math to be done. What is 0 plus, you know? Should I work for my jinx today? Virgil, I already started. I hope you slept well. Still planning a few things. Wordle, you gotta act quicker. I'm gonna do a new jinx soon, though. Ooh. Magic works in tabletop RPGs like Dungeons & Dragons or universes like World of Warcraft. Which fictional magic system do you think... Fictional magic system do you think actually matches up best with real-world occult history and folklore? World of Warcraft. In all honesty, Blackboy, Dungeons & Dragons is a novelty game that makes so much fun of witchcraft. I don't need to cast a healing before the obsessive. No. Get what I want positively. Yes. At least if you that's the spell work that you got from me. So there's that. But yeah, no. World of Warcraft, it's literally based off of real world things. So for example, while my wife doesn't know anything about myths and legends of world history, let's just say it like that, but my wife has been playing World of Warcraft for 20 years. Like, these are facts. She has been playing World of Warcraft for 20 years. I can tell you straight away that she knows more about myths and legends than I do. She just knows it misspelled. Odin with a Y. Loki with a Y. Because World of Warcraft kind of just spells it differently to make it unique to itself. But she knows more about the myths and legends than I do. But she knows it from a World of Warcraft perspective. She knows everything. Like, anytime she asks, like, oh, hey, what's this Kemetic story? Like, oh, hey, what's this Norse? What's this Aztec? I'm like, oh, yeah, this, that, and this. Like, oh, yeah, like World of Warcraft. What the fuck you on about? You know? It's absolutely annoying to me. But Dungeons & Dragons, the spell work, if we do go into spell work, do you know the spell Read Minds? That's a low-level spell work. I think it gets around level 3, level 5-ish in Dungeons & Dragons. The components is 1 copper coin. You need 1 copper coin in Dungeons & Dragons to do the Read Minds. Do you know what that says? It's a penny for your thoughts. It keeps doing that. A summoning spell in Dungeons & Dragons is literally a rope, because the whole idea is a lasso. So that you can yank them towards you. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, Dungeons & Dragons made fun of magic and magical systems, and that's the whole fun part about it. So yeah. Like, there's a druid spell called Shilelach. And for anyone here who has been working on Celtic practices and stuff like that, yes, they pick up a stick. That's what the druid does. They pick up a stick. They exchange their sword to a stick. A really hard stick. Love and light from Sweden, Nature Witch. Daisy Boo. Love and light from Polymathical Omnist from Sweden. Hi. No collective today because of spellwork. Oh yeah, Virgil, obviously the pun of magic has been lost recently, but I argued that that's mainly due to the Warlock spec, to be honest. Because they wanted real witchcraft. An energetical working, blah, 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 stuff like that. So yeah. I blame people who needs a sugar daddy in Dungeons & Dragons. That the pun of the magic is gone. So yeah, people, ask me anything about witchcraft. Go wild. If you want any spells or anything like that, go into my profile right there, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a spell work. If you want love, obsession, if you want money in abundance, if you want anything great, get in there. Hey, what you doing? A bit of spell work, talking a lot about witchcraft, doing a few readings here and there, having a lot of fun, hopefully entertaining enough. People really don't want to be a cleric of Cthulhu, huh? No. Here's a healing spell. Also, I'm crazy now. How does this work, man? Witchcraft. Depends entirely on who you're asking. It's apparently real. The company gives the employees a sword as an anniversary gift. The fuck we doing? Yeshua, thank you for following. So it's like black magic or what? Some way we have watched a little bit too many movies, have we? My friend works for Blizzard, the World of Warcraft department. Damn, I'm really sorry about that, Dylan. Damn. Healing through knowing that the fractals of the universe are watching you. They don't have eyes. I love that one. There is probably not many ways in which this is accurate. Dylan, that is dope though. That is dope. If you look at history, what is the best example of something medieval people thought was pure witchcraft that we now just consider basic science or technology? Medicine, Black Point. Medicine. Any and all medicine. Yeah. You don't need eyes to see when you're everything in the universe. Oh, but fair enough, fair enough. Technically, also, if you are everything in the universe, you do have eyes. Because if it is everything in the universe, it would also technically mean that it's me. And I do have eyes. Those who work for them for 10 years get a shield. That's dope. Oh, Wildbone, fuck him. Fuck him. Tasha, that's a good one. That's a good one. Someone please get a box of Claire Buzzy. Alright. And Yeshua, if you do want a reading, go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and you can find all the things I offer there, like a live reading, for example. Does it work like those tarot guys? Well, we can do tarot as well if you like. Virgil, you do have a lovely accent though. It's just something about that Chinese accent of yours. It's lovely. Samaway, thank you very much. Thank you. Am I blocked? No, we can see you. Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know if I did anything, but you're welcome. I see a name in the viewer list that was named Psycho Taco, and that was absolutely fucking amazing. And people ask anything about witchcraft, or get yourself a reading, or spell maybe. SB, yeah. Ask anything in Witchcraft. Or get yourself a reading from my profile. Go into the link in my bio. So yeah. Can do reading for me? Of course. Go into my profile and get yourself that reading. Or scroll a little bit up. Mystical Angel have posted the link as well. And see what happens? Of course. I'm sensing this one. How does one become a witch? Well, highly dependent on you, to be honest. One, you can do the practice. You can do herbs. You can do mediumship. You can do literally anything. You can be religious. There's so many ways for one to become a witch. I do offer up lessons if you do want to become a witch. If you want to learn all the ways of a witch. Not the witch, but a witch. There are 600,000 different kind of practices out there, so it's always good to focus on your interest and what you find interesting with it. Okay, I'm getting a bit of move on, but goddamn, Dylan, this seems like a day. With the 10 of swords, 6 of coins in difficulties, the moon, what to focus on. So, whatever you felt you did yesterday, do it again. It's practically what I'm saying. Some of my pins won't allow to post. Some need adjusting again. Yeah, I can imagine. Algorithm has changed. What does the card say? Great question. If modern science defines magic as imaginary because it only happens in the mind, why does medicine accept the placebo effect, which literally uses belief to alter physical biology? That is something you will have to ask a placebo doctor. No, but yeah, that is a great question, isn't it? Time to cleanse the bowel. Exactly, Dylan. Will do, Tasha. Will do. Pringles, top of the morning. I see you there lurking. This headache. Medical cause or spiritual? How to win a chance for a reading. Go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and literally get anything from there. You can get a quick yes and no reading as well for a $5. Once the bar, as you may see on screen there, the purple bar is at 100%, you have the chance to win a full 60-minute private reading or lesson or spell work. You get to choose what to do with those 60 minutes, no matter what. Dylan? Medical. With the 4 of Cups. It's very tangible. Very tangible. Through the darkness of future past. Flower. This isn't a Christmas carol. The magician longs to see. No, he doesn't longs to see. He urges for information. One stands out between two worlds, fire, walk with me. This is literally what I was talking about. You know, the Kafka thing, when you're spouting words that seem deep, but it's not deep. Like that there is just like words strung together to kind of make a sentence. You know? Yeah. Is it Twin Peaks reference? Yeah, no. It's Kafka. It's Kafka depth poetry. Why did historical witch trials focus so heavily on written pacts with spirits when traditional European folk magic was almost entirely oral and never used contract? Well, historical witch trials focus not much on pacts. You tweaking? Flower? You're gonna get blocked. Muted and yeeted. There we go. But no, it's not all about pacts. The witch trials were literally about anything and anyone who gets pointed at, yelled loud enough, witch. Honestly, it's that. It's that. For example, I do have a book on the Swedish witch trials here. It even shows the new job that came alongside the witch trials, which was wise boys. The job of a wise boy was literally a homeless kid who got paid a nice coin by an annoyed person to say, wait, here, have a little coin. Can you just point at that person right there and yell witch real quick? And they said, oh boy, mister, yeah, of course, I'll point at that person and yell witch. And then they turn into a witch trial and then they get burnt. Like, literally, it's as simple as that in some countries. Thoughts on skinwalkers? They definitely is a thing. Mickey Mouse. Oh boy. Witch. Don't know, Minnie. Do you work with jinn like the Moroccan sahirs? Yes, I do, Orda. Oh, yeah. I'll do it again. Murder. Are they the reason I hear random loud whistling and my music stops? Jinns don't necessarily do small things like that. If we're talking about jinns, Savannah. Or Mickey Mouse. Neither does that. Mickey Mouse can definitely be whistling and be annoying. You get it. It was that pathetic, yeah. Yeah. Do you have servitors now? A few, yes. Have had for a few years. What do you know about astral projection? Or are you talking about astral projection or astral projection? Because astral projection is when you try to put a projected image on the moon, usually, to make the light bounce back to see how far away something is. Do you feel sad when you need to off them? Mountain, no, they usually move on themselves. I will not really... None of my contractual work ever demands someone to stay. Sade Tarot, thank you for popping in, dude. A raid on the Purple app? God damn. Hi, beautiful people. How you doing? There's not much action on the Purple app. I mean, there's most action on the TikToker, but hi, welcome, people. Mystical, block every single fucker that comes in. No. Yuli Ramos, have a great day. Is your third eye open? Most of the time, yes. The son of Lilith, welcome back. How you doing, beautiful? Astral traveling, most likely, right? Yeah. Can you open third eyes? Yes, but I do recommend getting a private lesson with me in that case. Do you see shadow people? What did you become more aware of once opening it? I do see shadow people, and I don't know because I've been doing this for 30 years and practically before I was conscious. Please ask any questions you have on witchcraft. Please. Please, people, please ask me anything. For all readings as well as spells and lessons and all of that, go to my profile, click the link in my bio and get anything you need from there. What are shadow people? Usually just observers. You don't have to be worried about those people, beings, things. I don't want any lesson. So, Manu, you don't want to be able to control it either? Is that what you're saying? How do I do a spell to bring opportunities to me? Well, one, you can get the spell from me if you want to. That way I also get food, which is quite nice. Ah, yes. Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Waibu. Like, one can call them servitors, but I'm never forcing them to be under any form of obligations like that, you know? How regularly do you go live? Every single Monday to Friday, 5:30 to 10 a.m. And right now, I did say 5:30 to 10 a.m., and right now it is 7:40 a.m. for me, if that helps. So we have been live for just about an hour, 2 hours-ish. Obsession spell? We can absolutely get you there, kitty. If you want an obsession spell, you can get that from me. Send me either a DM and I can send you the links that you need, or you yourself go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself that spell straight away. That way, if you do get it right now, you do have an opportunity to get an extra spell as well for free, because you can win. You see the bar right there? If you get anything from my profile, what you do, when you get it, you add to the bar. When you add to the bar, you are eligible to win a full 60-minute private reading, lesson, or spell work. You choose what to do with those 60 minutes. So, yeah. If you do a pact, you ask for a paid service. It goes both ways. Indeed. Tips on how to strengthen intuition. Start noting down when it has worked. Not when it hasn't worked, but when it has worked. Mountain, you don't have to, in all honesty. Oh, damn. There my shadow, like, join. Hi, everyone. Why do so many traditional witchcraft practices require the use of iron to repel spirits, while ceremonial magic traditions use iron tools to command them? Honestly, the question here is just from where is your standpoint, what culture are you from, and so on and so forth. It's kind of the same with table salts and stuff like that. When we do look at a little bit older witchcraft, usually from the 1500s, so on and so forth, we need to use common items like wood, knock on wood, salt for protections, throw it over your shoulder, use iron for protection against spirits, and so on and so forth, and ghosts and stuff. We need to use common items to make sense of the world around us, like an empirical study. That's most of the time it works. So yeah. It really depends on from which culture you're from. It doesn't really have much more than that. People left? Road. Tips on trusting self and guides / downloads. Yeah, start noting it. It's about building trust to it rather than suddenly trusting it. So start noting it down, Savannah. Kitty, thank you for that one, Rose. What do you think about the use of psychedelics and witchcraft. Everyone to their own, you know? Everyone does different things. Just because I don't do it doesn't mean that you shouldn't, so on and so forth. All practices are different. There's 600,000 kinds of practices, and that's counting on the lower end. On top of that, it's individualistic and undocumented practices alongside it as well. We might argue it's just a tool. Like, what is your thoughts on using scissors to papers kind of thing? Oh, yeah, well, some people don't like scissors and they need to rip it because they don't have scissors. You get it, right? Like, it's meh. I saw rum and well, my interest peaked. Like, oh, rum? What are we talking about? Oh, nice. Now, Wild Moon, do you use dark rum, white rum, or spiced rum for your spell work though? I do spiced rum. It's good and tasty. Need more of it though. I'm all out. Bit dried out. I feel like Jack Sparrow on that one island. Where's the rum gone? Tips on fully hearing / having full conversation with deities, guides, higher self. Savannah, that one I would argue get a full private lesson so that we can teach you to do it. Spiced or dark. Depends on the work. Yeah. Never actually seen anyone use white rum though. Destiny Whispers Kavi. If you want any type of reading, go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading there. Have a wall of spears, and I don't drink. Fair. You got a jar of dirt? Maria, I do not have a jar of dirt. Mountain, that depends entirely on, you know, the spell work that we do. Or if you want to learn. I don't know what you guys are talking about, Mountain, so I don't think Tasha could literally answer that question. And seeing that I don't know what you guys are talking about, it's also going to be difficult for me to answer. You remind me that I have to ask my parents for a bit of their rum. Virgil, what are you? Below the age of 18? God damn. Wild Moon, honestly, same. But that's just me talking about my dad, and he's alive. But you get it. Ditto on that one, right? No, they just got their rum directly from the distillers in Guadalupe. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. God damn. I wish I had cool people that I could just ask, hey, could you just get me some rum from Guadalupe? God damn it. The spell we did, Lord. Do I have to believe, manifest, or do nothing at the moment? You decide entirely, Mountain. What do you feel is needed on that one? I love when we start talking about alcohol. At that point, 100 people just popped in. Wild. I don't know. You tell me. Mountain, no. Search your feeling. What do you feel you need to do? When it goes, I'm fudged. Serious. Thought if I will add him to the bunch. That's a budget. Right? Wildman, right? I'm just gonna lock him out, honestly. Nothing. Am I correct? Perfect, Mountain. Then do nothing. Like, it's not deeper than that, Mountain. It's not deeper than that. Kiosken Freda Valdemarsvik. I love that. Anyway, people ask me anything about witchcraft. Once a spell is done, that's it. You forget about it. You trust it's done. Yeah. In Phoenix, top of the morning, but do keep on writing in English, please. so that the rest of the chat knows what the fuck you're doing. I'm going to head to bed. Beth, you have an amazing day. Hope you have texted about the spell work that you got yourself. Ugh. When does folk witchcraft treat spirits as local neighbors you negotiate with, while ceremonial magic treats them like cosmic software programs you command with a code? Usually when we talk it's kind of the same question as the previous one. It highly depends on the culture that you're in, highly depends on the work that you're in, country, where on the globe you are. You know, like it's honestly not deeper than that when it comes to it all. Because wouldn't you say that these kind of questions are kind of like when we are looking at humanity, socioeconomics, right? Me and you, we can absolutely barter. I can talk to you as a local neighbor, negotiating with you about the prices, about what we can do next, so on and so forth, right? But if I were a major corporations, would you not say that you're trying to treat the people, the buyers, the consumers, as more of a cosmic software program that they're trying to work around at? What is the majority of the consumers' will? Where are they leaning? Okay, cool. Are we aligned with anything new, or do we need to change? Like, you know, it's literally the same. We're talking about corporations versus the people kind of thing. It's technically the same kind of question. You know. And people ask me anything about witchcraft. Or get yourself a spell. Or something. Help. Okay, I have to head out. Catch you tomorrow. Mystical, have an amazing day. Hey man, question. Does this have any link to like devil or like Satan? I mean, in all technicality, it really depends on from what practice you come from, Hamada. So, for example, if you come from a very Christian standpoint and most likely a Baptist or fundamentalist kind of church, Christian point of view, then yes. If you're not from a fundamentalist or Baptist Christian church, no. Because when you're asking about the devil is just a major umbrella term for demons. And Satan, it depends on which 24 rites of the Christianity Catholicism you're kind of working on. On top of that, outside of Catholicism, Abrahamic religions are vastly different when it comes to who is Satan, what is Satan. Is it Astaroth? Is it Beelzebub? Is it Lucifer? So on and so forth. Or is it just the word Satan? Because there are Satanists out there who believe in being Satan rather than just the three other beings that I named. I don't necessarily work with Christian practices too much. So yeah, what about Islam? Their views? I mean, same there. Meh. Please say something about me. Zolapo. Your YouTube name is Zolapo. There you go. So yeah, Hamada, while it definitely has links to it, it's not necessarily the practice. You have a very meh day today. If I have a very meh today, I hope I have a very meh day today. I hope so. I truly hope so. That's no longer a thing. What's no longer a thing? So yeah, Zolapo, did you check out the link? Why witchcraft spirits tied to local land, trees, and graveyard dirt. Honestly, it's not necessarily about that either. That is a very specific practice that you're talking about, and that is more shamanic or nature-based witchcraft. That's 1 out of 600,000 kind of practices. Zolapo, hi. You might want to get yourself a reading there, Zolapo, if you're interested in readings. MB Movie, thank you for following as well. Virtually most Christian cemeteries does have a little bit of an area that is non-Christian as well. Nice. Someone said a treasure box? I didn't even notice. God damn. And people, ask anything about witchcraft. Or if you want any readings, that's a possibility too. Quick yes and no readings, deeper readings, clairmancy, runes, bones, whatever you're interested in. Umbra, you're not Batman. You're Umbra Key. No, yeah, Virgil. It's kind of the same with Sweden. Sweden is a very Christian country. Not that I've noticed it, but if you do go into a cemetery or graveyard, you can kind of see that they have a little square or a little plot of land there that is not necessarily super Christian. That is specifically for other religions. So yeah. I'm Umbra man. Yeah, fair enough, Umbra man. Fair enough, Umbra. Thank you for the heart me as well. Do I have relationship problems? You should know. That I know. You should know that. Had a heart orang. Orang? So yeah, it's a that no. Go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading from there if you want a live reading. On top of that, we can also do a private reading. That way we can check into what kind of problems, if you do have any problems, and or how we can fix them. If you want to. If I were a vampire, I'd say your energy smelled delicious. Umbra. Thank you, thank you. Honestly, that was a nice compliment. I really like that. Fuck yeah, I vibed that. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, yeah, I like that a lot. I'm excited. It's Thursday. Finally, time to make some spell candles. Heck yeah, Wildman. Heck yeah. I'm right. It sure is. I definitely agree with you. Oh shit! In Bern, there's a cemetery that holds space for Muslim, Buddhist, and Hindu. You see? You see? Most likely in a Christian graveyard. Brother, I have checked the link. I have subscribed but could not fulfill the request. I'm in the jungle of Africa. No transferring system. Then that's gonna be quite difficult, Solapo. When does an ancient folklore legend cross the line into becoming a worshipped witchcraft deity? Well, in today's practice, the moment it gets on Reddit or TikTok, it's already a fucking done deal. Back in the good old days, it needed a lot of work for it to become a well-practiced thing. No, Virgil, you wrote it absolutely fucking stunningly. And also, fuck yeah. I love that respect. Heck yeah. Umbra? Fair enough. Yeah, Virgil, but French is fucked. Lumière spirituelle. Is that a scammer? It is a scammer. Tasha, it's fine. Not necessarily doing anything weird or bad. Ghosty Studios? Good morning, Rajnia Kedar. Are you multi-streaming? Yes, always. I'm live on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and TikTok. But TikTok is the most active one. From Holland, hi. How you doing, beautiful? Akadar, I already asked you, god dang it. Is there options or considerations you can say something? Yeah, Zalapa, if you get something from the link in my bio, I need food. Figured when you were saying things that weren't on here, yeah, I talk to either you, the people on the other live streams, or my pretend friends. Can I ask a question for free? You can ask any question for free. The question is if I will answer for free. You can always ask something about witchcraft, but if you want a reading, pop into my profile, right there, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a live reading there if you want it instantly answered. Or you could go with a private reading where you get 30 minutes and you can ask as much as you want there. I have summoned. Cool. What number am I holding up with my fingers? I mean, you can only hold up several ones, can't you? It's going to be quite difficult to make a finger into a number 2. It's going to be very difficult. How many psychics can block me in a day without reading my brain? Oh, that is a great question. You might want to start practicing that. Just for funsies. Okay, most cemeteries are laic and taken care of by the town, but we're lacking them. Damn. Thumbs or fingers. God dang them. 3 tonight? Andrew, how the fuck do you make a finger into a number 3? Andrew, what? They're sticks? That's impossible, Andrew. Do you have a broken finger? What is the situation for now with me and my ex? We have contact for 3 weeks. And Kedar, if you want any type of reading, go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get your reading from there, okay? I offer both live readings as well as private readings. Let's do a tarot on that one because Clairomance is going to be quite a difficulty. I will show for my son today. Something being stuck somewhere. And that it is healing. Something is stuck and it is healing. Why do some witchcraft traditions believe a spirit stays attached to their physical bones forever, while others believe the bones are just an empty shell once the soul moves on? Because most witchcraft is practically an empirical study. It's a practice where you start observing the nature of everything around me. No, Kedar, if you want a reading, do like Marie here and get a reading from my profile. Go into my profile right there. Click the link in my bio and you can find both private readings, live readings, and memberships. Marie here has a membership, so she gets a reading every single live. Not many witches believe bones are empty. Yeah. But it really depends on, again, from what your beliefs are, your culture, and so on and so forth, what the empirical study has been around you. Where's the witch? Oh shit, me. Wild. Unlimited readings every live. Heck yeah, you can get a membership so you can get a unlimited readings every live. Warlock? I don't know who you're talking about then. Hello, Lord.Cairnmark. Umbra, welcome in. I love the Illumina. Lovely. I know real ones, Andrew. Red flag saying it like that. It's like a racist, you know, like one of those like, yeah, well, one of my friends is black. Like, what the fuck are you on about? Really strange way of saying anything, Andrew. Damn, Umbro. Nice magic trick, though. I like that. I approve of that shit. This is funky viewing, right? Twitch has a complete different view. Isn't that fun, though? Number 4. I mean, you're just spouting nonsense now, Andrew. Are you okay? Have you checked in with the therapist lately? Do you need help? Blink twice if you need help. I know it's going to be quite difficult for me to see you blinking, but send a picture of you blinking twice. Oh, no, I know. It's because it's also not reading focused or spell focused on Twitch or Kick. So that kind of makes sense, bro. So 4 pictures? Yes. Definitely. I get that. I don't get that. And Atira, hi, how you doing, beautiful? Can I ask a question, please? Of course, ask anything in Witchcraft. Hi there, can I ask some questions? User 82, ask as many Witchcraft questions as you possibly can. If you want a reading, go into my profile and click the thing in my bio and get yourself a reading there. Either a private one, a live one, or better yet, get yourself a membership so you can get infinite readings every single live. Case special, please, when you can, of course. Indeed, Umbro, you are correct. How do you find practicing witchcraft benefits your life? I mean, this is my full-time job. It's highly beneficial for me, my bills and my food and, you know, my hobbies and interests. So, highly. What's a special? This is a case special. A person named Keegan comes in from time to time to ask for a Keegan special. This is a Keegan special. Umbra, thank you for subscribing on Twitch. You truly did not need to do that. God damn. But yeah, Keegan special is this: what the day will hold, what the difficulties of the day will be, and what we need to focus on today. Practically, nothing's really gonna happen today. That's what this is saying, Marie. Difficulties, justice. Why is justice a difficulty thing here? Is this a lawyer thing, Marie? God damn it. What we need to focus on? One thing. Narrow mind, tunnel vision. One track mind. Have that track as a fucking freight train. Okay? Fuck yeah. But not work related. Why do you practice? Is there something deeper in your practice? I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years. I've always been practicing. I started when I was 1, before I was conscious about my own self-consciousness. Like, is it a religious thing? Not necessarily a religious thing. For me, it's more of an academic kind of standpoint. I'm a polymathical omnist, if that helps. I like to see how the world works from every point of view, and the omnist is kind of semi-religious, but from an academical standpoint. I have 5 books on the topic. I got 2 bachelors on the topic as well. So yeah, I'm just a major fucking nerd. That, if you're talking about how this benefits me, it's my mentality. I treat information as a religion kind of thing, you know? So naturally, it's like a dopamine kick or serotonin just flooding me the moment I learn something new. Fucking love that shit. No, Umbra. Yeah, fair. You don't have to. Of course. And Atira, if you want a reading, go into my profile. Get it from there. Divinate, please, in depth, what's wrong with me? Got the mountain, what the fuck? That there is a private reading. Mountain, that there is a private reading. No, it's a prosecutor's thing. The drunk driver goes up for arraignment on Monday. I don't know what the word arraignment means. I'm sorry, Marine. Hello from Alberta. Hi from Calhell. I hope that made sense. I don't know where Alberta is. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Fertile, yeah. Where? Calhell. Back then to the usual gooey stuff. Mountain, what the fuck? Okay, cool. Yeah, go back to your gooey stuff. Did my man think of me yesterday? No. Have to find out who the prosecutor is to let him know what's happened this past week. Honestly, yeah. Not that honestly, I'm not too surprised, to be honest. I usually hold caution when people do tarot or oracle on me energy, because of my chaotic energy, and that's absolutely fair, Amber. Absolutely fair. What the duck? Because it means many more charges. Yay, Marie. Yeah, honestly. Getting a lot of source on this, man. Yeah. Why are you not surprised? Not because, I mean, they haven't answered literally any of your texts, and he is a one-track kind of guy who works in a mine. He got other shit to think about. Umbra? Yeah, no, I would respect it. If you say 3, I would go with 3, you know? Yeah, and frequently no contact. You know, like, it's absolutely no surprise. And Patty, thank you for the heart me as well. What is coming, my live and giant? That is a great question. You might want to get yourself a reading for that one. Scotland? No, Sweden. Close enough. Does my mother actually hate me? We can do a reading about that if you like. Or we can change that through spell work. I was wondering if you know he might be thinking even if he wasn't doing, but what the... That's a whole ass sentence. Ireland? Patty, what are you talking about? What are you asking about? Are we asking about where I am? Because I am inside of the country of Sweden. If that helps. Where are you from? Oh, where I'm from. Oh, we haven't chosen the country yet. You're the first one to ask today. Let's go on Google Maps and choose the country, shall we? No, Marie, I'm not from Sweden. I live in Sweden. Asked early but didn't see it? No, I did not see it. I'm sorry, Marie. Sorry to have neglected you. Serbia. That's where. Yeah. Where are you originally from? We have chosen the country of Serbia. We change the country every day. Patty Linden today is Serbia. It's going to be interesting when we choose another continent, because we're soon done with Europe here. What an interesting setup. Thank you. Love the vibe. Thank you. We're here every Monday to Friday if you want to join in again. We have been live for now 2.5 hours. We usually go for 4. So, yeah. Yeah, it's just a weird game. Always from the same country. Patty, no, and that's fair. That's absolutely fair. SBM? Or you could do the dishes while we're here. That way you can have a little bit of fun while doing the dishes. Like put some headphones in and just listen in, you know? Like you can also have fun doing the dishes, SBM. Sometimes the other cards have more meaning and things to be cautious about or more insight. But that usually only happens when people have no real control. Yeah. May I ask about the deck you're using? For the spell work, this is the Oracle of the Talismans. This is our never fun. Like it can be fun. You make it into what you make it, you know? Dishes can be fun. Also, do you have a different mic? You sound a bit different today. SBM? No, I don't have a different mic. I don't know what changed. This is so strange. How do I sound different? I need to fucking check in on this thing. Smashing them up. That would be so fucking funny though. I love that. I've also noticed that you don't allow your spirit guides to roam or mess with your technology, which states you have boundaries with them, are respectful. Nah, they can do whatever the fuck they want to. Just don't fuck around and find out. You know? Like, it ain't that deep. It's the same with, you know, anyone. Obviously, the moment I need to check something, that's when my TikTok says, nah, fuck that. Thank you, Umbra, for calling that out. Wow. And trending? Yes, it can. If you want to, we can actually do a private lesson to get you reactivated if you want to. Besides English, what other language do you do? Swedish, Norwegian, Danish, Japanese, that weird elven language from Lord of the Rings. Well, one of them. Yeah, what else? I feel like there's always more that I keep forgetting. Started French not too long ago. So, yeah. And Samia, if you want to, we can do a bit of spell work to change that. If you want to, Samia. If you want to fix it. What are your favorite spell works? Either immaterial or workings. My favorite spell work is curse removal and love and obsession spells. Specifically love and obsession, they really like. I can't differentiate your accent. I've lived in a lot of places, Patty. It's absolute fucking haywire and shit, to be honest. Oh, Bertold, did you just call me your friend? Oh my god. That sounds curiosity. Always curiosity. If you don't have an inquisitive mind, boring. No, but you get it. What was that? Virtual, you called me a friend. Ooh, do you do those with candles or jars or something else? It depends entirely on the necessity of the spell work. There are 600,000 kinds of practices out there, SPM. Not all of them are candle-based. Even though TikTok may have told you otherwise. That you need a candle for literally everything. So yeah. Repair or change your microphone. Trending, what the fuck is wrong with my fucking microphone? For real. What is wrong with my mic though? Help. Like, what the fuck is up with my mic? This is so fucking strange. Sound weird? You sound weird, Trending. You sound weird. It's rumbling, I guess, is the word muffled? Really? Did some kind of equalizer pop in? Like, did an equalizer funk it up? No, the equalizer is absolutely fine. Yeah, no, this is weird. Rumbling. Is that weird? Your mic have been sounding broken all morning. Yeah, that's really strange. And like, I could see that on OBS, my mic is almost peaking with every word that I'm saying, and it's really, really, really low. Like, I don't know what the fuck is up with that. Yeah, I also needed to lower it down severely on TikTok as well. I see even change device sounds still weird. I haven't changed any devices trending. What are you talking about? Oh, trending. Okay, cool. No, that's fair. Not just fair. But yeah, I don't know what to do with my fucking mic then. And Tiny, how you doing, beautiful? Yeah, I still see Umbra kill though, so. Although it's kind of strange that TikTok is not picking up on all the background noises, because OBS is picking up on a lot of background noise. What's going to happen next? Yeah, you can ask anything about witchcraft. If you want a reading though, pop into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a private or live reading. And Patty, that goes for you too as well. Go into my profile, click the link in my bio, and get your readings from there. You can find both private readings as well as live readings. If you do get the private reading, you can ask so many more follow-up questions, because trust me, there's always more follow-up questions. Tiny, that goes for you too as well. You know where it's found. Yes, trending. Yes. As I said, I argued to get a private lesson so we can reactivate that. Can't wait to work with you though. Fuck yes, BM. Hey, yeah. Woo. Marie? Nah. I believe in you though. And trending, thank you for following, beautiful. Whoa. Anyway, people, ask anything about witchcraft. If you want any readings, if you want to know about gods, spells, myths, legends. Catholic Cat. Hello, welcome back, beautiful. How you doing? 10 PM, lovely training. Can I ask something that may irk you? Mountain, very few things can irk me. What is that card? That is this one. Navigation. Umbra. What is one of the fastest mini spells you have done on yourself, like an ADHD paralysis? Motivation spell. Is someone working spell against me? Oof. Yes. Damn. If you need help with that, Catholic, send me a DM and we'll figure out what needs to be done. Damn. What percentage would you say that your spell did not work? Mountain, honestly, I feel like you need to ask more of the chat rather than me. Because if I were to say a percentage from me, it would be a biased answer. And I don't agree with that shit. I don't like biased shit. What card did you get? King of Swords. Oh, wow. Yeah, Catholic. So if you need help and support with any of that, I do it all. So do send me a DM, cats, if you want to cleanse, protect, and remove shit. What spell would you recommend when you have no idea what the path to walk or what job to try for? I say, fuck it, YOLO, fuck around and find out. You get started playing to everything and see what you get. How's the spread set called? Well, this is a spell, not necessarily a spread. So, yeah. I've been trying to unbinding on yourself. Do you know the person who has cast on you? Do you know what practice it comes from? Do you know if it's a being, curse, hex, jinx? Do you know what components that was used in the spell work against you, so on and so forth? Please, may I have a K special? Of course, of course. If you don't know those components, unbinding yourself is going to be quite a difficult task. Zigdab in the morning. Perhaps hair. So sympathetic spell work. Moon reverse, so something will be revealed to you, Violet. Difficulties in stuff that you already know. Ugh, that sounds like an annoying fucking day. With the Page of Swords, new actions, new movements, new stuff. Breaking the cycle just a little bit. Which is quite nice, I'd argue. Fuck yeah. Well, I went to school with her. Catholic dad, not impossible in that case. Not impossible. Yeah, Umbra, if you do feel like it's calling to you, maybe a form of movement is on the horizon. Trending. If you need any reading whatsoever, go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading there. Oh, it'll be an okay day then. Yeah, Violet, you haven't had many of those lately. Quite nice. Just break the cycle, do something new, get out of the house, you know. Go to a zoo. No, don't go to a zoo. This is a vegan chat. Go to a place to play poker. I don't know. You get it. Wyoming? The whole state of Wyoming? Yes, followed me? Wild. I want reading. Then go into my profile. Click the link in my bio. Or scroll up just a little bit. Mystical Angels have posted the links a few times in YouTube. How often do you chat with your spirit guides and what do you like to use to talk to them? I do it every night. When I go to bed, I don't use necessarily anything. I have most of my spell work right here. I use most of my work here. So, yeah. Dug up my canvases yesterday, so I may do some art. Fuck yeah, Violet. Heck yeah. Kitchen. Is kitchen the painting place then? I am a casino dealer and I want to know when will I get into Playboy category as English game presenter in proxy. Alloy, that is a great question. Though, if you do want a reading, you might want to get that reading as well. So pop into my profile, click the link in my bio, and get yourself a live reading. Lol, how did you know I'm in the kitchen? Violet, we all know. My biggest issue is I know myself well and to ask about something can be conflicting. Fair, very fair. Especially when I know the path I'm trying to set myself on and I know the risks to a point. Yeah. At that point, I would argue not to ask because it's way more important to work on your path rather than to see other possibilities. When is the live reading? Right now, Alloy, if you do get it. Wait. Let's do like that, do like that. Bonk, bonk. And whoop, and doop, and whoop, and doop. Let's see if it pops over there. There we go. Alloy, go into that and get yourself a reading. Umbra, I don't know if that is it, but if that is what navigation means, then of course. Can you guide me again? I'm confused. Click the link I literally just sent, Alloy. There on YouTube. Isn't this live right now? Yeah, I'm live. Alloy, what? I'm so confused. Alloy, go into the link and get your reading from there so that we can do your live reading for you. Kaja, how you doing, beautiful? How you doing? People, you can ask me anything about witchcraft. Or go into my profile and get yourself a reading from there. Fair enough, Umbra. Fair enough. I hope you hear the moped outside. It's so damn loud, goddamn. Am I going to start work again soon? No. Still no. Sorry about that, Val. No. God damn. Yeah, no. No. Ugh. I'm new in this area. Do you have a question about love? I do, Lena, but you do need to get yourself a reading for that. I mainly answer witchcraft questions. If you do want a reading from tarot, runes, bones, whatever you need, go into my profile right there, click the thing in my bio, and you can find all the readings you need from there, okay? Okay. Not impossible though, Valen. I'm back, Freds. Virgil, top of the morning. Does that work? Camera? No. Camera. There we go. Hi. Ugh, murder people? Nasty. No, bro, that is absolutely fine. It's obviously very calm today. How do you start this journey? This journey specifically, it's not really much. So, I mean, I am a marketing specialist. It ain't deeper than that. I got a job last year where I said, okay, well, the one thing that pushes great marketing is TikTok lives. If you want to do posts, sure, go with posts and you can put your money into spreading that shit. Or you could do it free and go live instead and be active and be a consultant kind of online. And that was for solar panels and green energy and stuff. And they said, no, I don't know about lives. And I said, okay, fuck it. I'll go live and I'll just prove my numbers and my expertise through there. And all of a sudden I grew to where we are today, 30,000 people. As a follower count, I actually have this as a full-time job now, so on and so forth. And I proved these numbers to the job, and they said, "Yeah, no, you're fired." And here I am trying to, I had zero budget, alongside trying to make the best videos. Yeah, here we are. But it's not something unique. Like, I know what's working and not working in algorithmical use for social media, and they wanted the social media manager, but they paid for an intern. So, I put that kind of energy into that as well. So, fair. Which, as I had to also, just for a fun bitterness, I had to teach the new guy, the new marketing guy, who didn't know what a camera was. Which was absolutely fucking hilarious to me. Like, they hired a guy. We had the same title. Social media marketing specialist. And he didn't know what a camera was. That to me just gave off like, this is going to turn out great. They have called me several times since. Like, hey, do you have the login for this? And hey, where's this? And hey, what's that? And I'm like, oh, the new guy already has that because I taught him. But the other people around the workplace are calling me to ask stuff. And I find that fucking funny. How the fuck do you not know about a camera in this day and age? How the fuck do you not know about a camera in marketing? Like, so yeah. What's a camera? I'm like, come on, man. Did he find him in the woods or something? No, they found him on Snapchat. He's one of those on Snapchat manosphere influencers. Jihadic manosphere influencers, if I were to be very specific. Are you using a magic mirror to broadcast yourself, Umbra? No. I use knowledge. Yeah, Virgil, yeah. I know that they have gotten their account suspended 3 times since I left. Which is just fucking funny to me. And he doesn't know what a camera is? Oy vey. I know. I'm not Umbra. Just knowledge. And you did nothing to them for that to happen, right, Virgil? Nope. Nothing. I knew that if I left this alone to the new marketing guy, I knew this would happen. He started using copyrighted content. He started using famous people's faces. as memes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm both autistic and it's really hard to hear tone of voice in text. And Moni, how you doing? Thank you for following, beautiful. So yeah, but Virgil, I mean, amazing things happen, and here I am having this as a full-time job after all. Fucking living life. No matter how hard it is with food, I'm still living fucking life, and it's a fucking amazing. If only more people got spell work, but you get it. Details. And Mooney, if you do want a reading, go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading from there, okay? It is great, for real, but damn. Yeah. I'm not that. Yeah, that's fine, yeah. There was another person watching on Twitch for a very long time. Thank you, Anna overseas, for watching so long without interaction. God damn. Sean Connor. I will not add a Sean Connor voice. Thank you. Are you able to throw some curses online? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. That's the fun part about curse, hex, and jinx. Indeed, Virgil. It's easier than you think, right? Suddenly sitting there like, oh shit, it's been a minute. So yeah, Kim, if you do want any curses, hexes, or jinxes, you can 1, send me a DM and tell me all about what you need, or 2, just get it from my profile. Click the link in my bio. Karma, what's it called? I call it Karma, Justice, Balance, Spellwork, I think, on my shop. And then tell me what you need from them. That works either way, Kim, if you want to. Brittle, right? Your guides love your camera. I know. I also love my camera. His name is Steve. Or Jeff, depending on who's talking to him. And Elton, if you want a reading, go into my profile, click the thing in my bio, and get yourself a reading from there, okay? Steve written Goif. Yes. It's Jeff. Yeah, you see. How to make chat flare off. Saying the wrong name to the camera. Umbra, I do not know that one. Where is Steve? Right over there. Oh, I still don't know it, Umbra, unfortunately. Is Steve messing with Jeff? No, not recently. It did mid-spell work yesterday during a call. That was quite annoying. What do you think is the most useless TikTok spell you've seen? Cord cutting. Egg cleanse. Reversion spell. When will you wear a wig? Tim, have you ever wear wigs? No? Egg cleanse? Egg cleanse. Fucking annoying. Egg cleanse and cord cuttings on TikTok. Umbra, cord cutting isn't lame. Cord cutting is just done wrong. It's not lame. Reversion spell? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Reversion spell really sounds like chaos magic. It is, yes. Do you have any experience with Hawaiian magic? I do, yes. You said reversion? I did say reversion several times now, yes. That is the word I said. Correct. Like most this fucking moped, I swear. Most reversion spells are highly confused with reconciliation spells. And from my experience, and I can only really talk from my own empirical sense, where I have observed on TikTok that young girls wants to make a reversion/reconciliation spell. And they are severely confused about the whole reversion and or reconciliation spell, like which one is needed, so on and so forth. Can you say something about Hawaiian magic? What it is all about? So Hawaiian alongside the Maori and Kode is more about the spiritual energies and stuff like that, and the energies of the land usually. So when we do talk about Hawaiian magic, we're talking mainly close to spiritual shamanism. I don't like CC. Cord cutting? Question mark. Virgil, do it. Do it. Cartomancy with Uno. And then do only have a deck of Uno reverse cards, Virgil. That would be so fucking funny. And then like +4. 1 +4 and only Uno reverse cards. The one that gets a +4, their day is just fucked. But Moses, give me a divorce without a fight? Ooh, Ruth, that is a good question. Go into my profile and get your reading from there, okay? Like a cord, and if cut incorrectly or abruptly, it can cause my energy to leak. Yep. Does he love me? Reverse. Well, damn, do you love him? Damn. Talk about flipping the script. I love that. Does he love me? Do you love yourself? Fuck it, I need a Uno deck right now. Will be interesting to see if the comeback with a compensation offer. Ooh, fuck yeah. Hey, at least Uno can be cheap. Yeah. Not here in Sweden, though. That price is absolutely insane. You need to go to a really small town into a weirdo shop to get it. For cheap. Yeah. Where I live, everything is fucking expensive, man. Ugh. Where I live, cost of living is high as fuck. Do you have any experience with kitsune? Yes. Yes, I do, Kiride. Comes from the Amaterasu origin story. Eventually, kitsunes are to blame for literally anything. Why is there a fire here? A fox ran by. Kitsune so desu ka? Ah. Hi. Yes, indeed, Kurdi. Millionaire me. Hi, how you doing? I'm Gloria. Hi, Gloria. Does Felix still love me, and will we get back together? Gloria, that is a great question. But if you do want a reading, please go into my profile right there. Click the thing in my bio and get a reading from there. That way you get on the list, and the list is open. We're wanting to at least up to the end of the original contract paid at the very least, but also with compensation because unjust fucking actions, because it's bullcrap. I would argue, at the very least. Oh, we're the same. So, real question. But how I set myself as a soul magician? How would I commune with spirit guides that are mine? If I have any that I didn't make myself, I have 2 that I've made. With soul magic, the easiest thing would be to touch in on the empathetical work of aura working, you know? Sense where they are, sense how they feel. That would be the easiest communication style, because it's almost like animals reading through pheromones kind of stuff, you know? Rather than using words and intention, you read on their energy and try to show your own energy in the same sense. I would argue at the very least. I'm tired. Typing is not working for me this morning. Well, I hear you. Especially when they try to force it on you. Like, no, please don't. Virgil, I'm kind of the same. The moment I pop into someone's live and they're like, hey, you want the card? Okay, so anyway, I pulled. And like, no, stop. 1, you can't read me. 2, I don't want the reading. Like, it's literally the same. I start scrolling the moment they spontaneously pull me a card and like, okay, cool, you have fun with reading to nothing. Umbra, no, that is absolutely fair. But you can start reading into it, you know? And Lianda and Lapo, thank you for following, beautiful. I was wondering if myself and Scott, that is half a question. One of the reasons I don't always tap in most live streams. I try to tap in as many live streams as I can, and I stay amongst those who doesn't necessarily spontaneously pull me a card. Don't mind the cat, he's summoning demons every morning. Had people try to read my energy forcefully, it ends poorly for them. Yeah, unfortunate. Can I ask a question now? I mean, you can ask any witchcraft questions. Go ahead and go wild. Barely hear him. I fixed my mic, Virgil. I lowered gain and upped volume. But I also wonder how my fucking mic sounds, though. If it sounds as wonky as you guys tell me it is. Still haven't checked on that. Going through a very hard time right now. Could you help? Let me know what it is that is interfering. 1, Shuna Flores. I highly recommend getting a private reading with that kind of stuff. Because there will be a lot of follow-up questions. Maybe not from you, but definitely from me, which I would like to look into. Secondly, I do offer up spell work so that we can actually change that if you want to. If it's something bad, we delete it and yeet it. If we just need to fix stuff, we do other kind of spell work. I offer up a lot. So I highly recommend actually getting a private reading with that one. What are the signs that my candle spell worked? It depends entirely on the practice that you did and what was the candle spell. I hope it wasn't lighting a candle and that was the spell. There's always a little bit more than just a candle spell. There are 600,000 different kind of practices out there, could there? Sounds great now. For fuck's sake. As long as you don't eat your mic, it's okay. Okay, well, here I am anyway, so... Let's see if my TikTok wants to work now. Come on. Gotta be here like... Sabrina, thank you for following, beautiful. Not the old people reading. Wait. Hi, how do I sound? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I really get it that if I'm really close, I sound really shit. Oh my god, this sounds absolutely hilarious to me. Cool. Lovely. Nice. So what I can do, if we all want to, is that what I can emphasize by just going a little bit closer, but you can. Do you have any experiences with Brazilian magic? I do, yes. Bruxa and Bruxaria is quite a fun one. Bought a hex once, though the person is an apparent scammer. Money magic, money must flow somewhere. But if I were to ask you to do a hex, what info would you need for it to become successful? It depends entirely on what kind of hex you want, the outcome that you want to do, if I need to follow any type of religious intent that you have, if you are religious yourself. If there's any kind of practice you specifically want me to do, Umbra. After that, more follow-up question comes in, like, okay, it's for a person, it's for a thing, it's for an object, it's for a corporation, a politician. All various kinds of questions needs to be asked after that, you know? You were in the COD lobby. I mean, I could up the gain again if you guys want me to truly sound like absolute shit, like a 12-year-old cursing over dying on Call of Duty. No. Virgil, are you sure? Are you truly sure about that, Virgil? Because I can go in there. CSGO voice. I'm in. I hear enough of that with my grandson. Oh, that is absolutely hilarious, Murray. Goddamn. Could you do a tracer spell with a hex? You can. I mean, if you're creative enough, you can do anything with anything, to be honest. Like, if I give you the name of the person they're affecting, can you trace their essence of that person to target them? I can, absolutely, yeah. It's like putting a marker. Yeah, Jacksepticeye used to be like that, but not anymore. I'm actually quite happy about that. The same with PewDiePie. Like, he stopped being a loudmouth 2018-ish, and I quite like that. Like, he actually calmed down. Markiplier, though, is never gonna not be a loudmouth. Markiplier is Markiplier. That is why I only watch Markiplier when he plays with Bob and Wade. I mean, that's the thing. I'm an academic at heart, and I like to look up stuff. What are your thoughts about books from Gallery of Magic? Gallery of Magic? Well, first off, I have to look up Gallery of Magic to start with. Oh. The AI pictures, though, insane on these books. God damn. I'm saying that they're a little bit too proud of their own answer to actually care about the actual work and spell work. Because, one, they wouldn't have used this amount of AI alone otherwise. Secondly, they wouldn't have used magic with a K every single time they need to write the word magic. Although I mean, from experience, they know kind of what they're doing. But I'm saying that from a experience kind of way, which is quite nice. The books, I wouldn't buy them. I wouldn't put my money into it. Yeah, no. You can get that shit for free. Oh, Smitty. Oh, I'm really sad that, what's he called with the helmet? That he stopped playing games with Smitty. How do you know that someone is very proud of their answer? When they don't ask you what practice you do. They give you do's and don'ts. Swagger? Yeah, Swagger Souls, yeah. Yeah, I'm really sad that they don't really play games anymore. Umbra? New Mark or knew about Mark before he became famous on YouTube? But yeah, Virgil, honestly, when a practitioner gives you do's and don'ts, you know that they are way too proud of their own answers to care for the actual practice. Fair enough, Virgil. Fair enough. Oh, damn, Umbra. That's cool. Like, the moment someone gives me a do's and don'ts, I'm like, no, red flag, fuck you. At that point, they want people to see them, and they're too proud of their own answers to actually care for about the actual practice. Because who the fuck are you to tell me from, let's say, a Celtic point of view that I need a red candle, black candle, and a white candle for my practice? No, okay, what you're saying is from a Wiccan standpoint, you need that. But me as a Celtic, no. But now me, if I don't know better myself, I'm gonna follow your notes because there's do's and don'ts now, apparently. There's rules. No, there's not. Fucking calm down. You know, whoever guys has greenish gray energy. Right now, that would be love. Well, Mabel passed her exams in July and any. And a B. If you want any type of readings, go into my profile right there. Click the thing in my bio and get yourself a live reading there if you wanted to answer directly. If you want a private reading though, where you can ask more questions and sit with me face to face, that is a possibility as well. The list is open after all. Love, yes, indeed, Virgil. I can't get that. I can't get that. It's one of those annoying fuckers. As in a spirit? No, Spirit King, Celtic thing. Loughnese. Depending on where you're from in the Celtic practice as well, it could be Loch Da, so I suppose. With great difficulty, Amra. An entity called Laugh? There's definitely a few of those out there, though. Damn, music is done, huh? Goddamn. What happened to music? Thank you. Now we hear the haunting, yes indeed. Anyway, people ask me about witchcraft. I'm getting real anxious about the bar, though. It's been way too low too many days. Virgil, in the mornings. Celtic. Umbra. Sofia, Stockholm. Oh my god, that's where I live. I'm getting really freakishly hungry as well. Please give me a message from the universe. Emma, of course. The list is open. It's just to get it, go into my profile, and get to read it from there. First letter, C. Like Carl. Katarina. God. Umbra. Virgil, I can imagine that, yeah. Umbra? Yeah, no, I would never get my information from there. What you can do is, if you do want information from Wikipedia, do scroll down to the references. Virgil, I get that. That sounds tasty. Fuck yeah. That's the one, bro. Love. That is possible, Amram. That is possible. Oh, no, I thought you were asking about Celtic. If you were talking about love, it would be L, like in love. Hi, everyone. Diva, how you doing? How you doing, beautiful? I do wonder if that changed the thing. Do you do tarot readings? I do, yes. There's always someone getting tricked and killed off of them, bro. That's always how that works. Always. I'd like to ask you a question, Diva. You can ask anything you want in Witchcraft. But if you do want a reading, please go into my profile or scroll up just a little bit. You can see the link that I posted there as well. Yeah. You can find all the readings there. Either private or live ones. And cards. If you do want a reading, get yourself a membership so you can get a reading every single life. Highly recommend. Deck of many things. I was just about to end it, Virgil. God damn. General reading? What do you mean membership? The fan club or something else? Yeah, the fan club is a TikTok thing. I don't see that kind of coin from anywhere. So, for example, cards. When you send a heart me, let's change that to a galaxy. That's $13. I see 0.079 dollars of that. I see barely cents of a $13 thing. So if you do want to support me and if you do want a reading every single live, pop into my profile, click the link in my bio and get yourself a membership. That way you can get a reading every single live. You can get on unlimited readings every live, spells, and so on and so forth. Books, readings, private readings, live readings, lessons. You can get anything you want from there. Virgil, movement. With the comet, movement. From point A to point B, be quick about it. You should have done this yesterday, Virgil. Whatever you're doing right now, do it somewhere else. Go, move. TikTok takes a lot of money. Yes, that and the Swedish taxing system. It's not a great combo. Oh, okay. Nope, not useless. No, yes, people are confused about it. I think it's a 90% to TikTok and 10% to person. Yeah, and then, well, first off, it's 80% to TikTok. After that, if I were to take that out to my own accounts, it would be 70% to the Swedish tax system, which leaves me with less than 10%. It leaves me with just about 1.1% or less, depending on the laws alongside high intake stuff. So yeah, from social media. And Diva, we can absolutely look into that. Nantis, we can also definitely look into that. So do make sure that you see the live readings or private readings in my link there. Indeed, Abra. But do not forget the Swedish tax system. Indeed, Amra. Yes. Now, oof, Ren, that is a good question. The list is open for readings, just saying. But yeah, if you guys want a private reading, go into the link in my bio. But we are doing this though. If you've ever seen, aren't gifts counted as donations according to Swedish law? Yes, they are. But according to Swedish law, you need to tax that. Fucking sucks, Walman. Any income. So no matter if my mom wanted to send me money over the bank, they take that straight off the bat. Ah, Marie, we're just about to end it if you know the music. But yeah, people, I'm live every single Monday to Friday, 5:30 to 10 a.m. So if you want to join in on the lives, having fun, do some collective readings. We skipped out on the collective readings today, but you get it. We usually do collective readings, 3-step blessings. We do a canoe load of readings and having fun. So yeah, all right, then I don't feel bad. Yeah, Marie, don't worry about that. I'm here every single Monday to Friday, weekdays, every single weekday. If you want spell work, love, obsession, money, abundance, protection, cleansings, curses, hexes, jinxes, you get it. You can get all of that. And private readings, live readings, private lessons when it comes to witchcraft. If you want to learn about witchcraft, you can get all of this from my profile. Click the link in my bio and you can find everything that I offer there. I also just recently started commission work as well alongside sigil. If you want a new sigil or sigil work regarding specific intent and religions and informations, we can fix that. Fuck yeah. So yeah, if you want to join the coven, we have a coven on Discord, so do send me a DM to get the link there. We have movie nights, we have Dungeons & Dragons, Minecraft, tea times, book clubs. We have a lot of fun to do. So if you do want to join in, do so. But YouTube, Kick, and Twitch, you guys are amazing and have the day that you deserve.